good morning or afternoon, whenever y'all are watching this video. I am so appreciative that you gave me so much good feedback over my last video around just what are your barriers to getting to the table, getting your food to the table with your family, with yourself. And the number one thing you guys talked about was just overwhelm. And so today I want to talk about the one overwhelm that I see the most often. And really, you might think it's like, I don't know, how to cook for a family that likes a variety of food, or I feel like I don't have time. A lot of times, like those reasons really do stem from internally. I've got so much like either tiredness or confusion going on, and really I need to just slow down. And so this video today, we're going to talk about whatever it is that's spinning in your mind about how come we can't get food to the table, or we don't like to cook, or all those kind of things. And I'm going to make a big old post with all of the barriers that you guys talked about on Monday. I'm going to make a big long blog post about it to answer all those really thoroughly. But in today's video, I just want to say, I want to remind you of a couple of things. Is that it's really important to do something I call the push to get some clarity. And so what the push means is that, well, first, to be able to push, you're going to need to be able to slow down. And so in yesterday's post, I talked about, can we just stop whatever you're doing? If you're driving home from work or getting ready to get in the car or whatever you're going to do, sit in your chair and push through your feet and down in your seat and have your back support you and let yourself land. Like, you can notice, like, feel yourself kind of like sinking down more into yourself out of your head. That yield, if we can do that long enough, you start to think about, well, first you start to get some grounding, and then your thinking can get more clear, and that's your clarity. And so you can push in different kinds of ways, which is literally get in a door frame and put your arms on both sides and give that a push before you even like start to think about, oh my gosh, I'm going to open this fridge and I'm staring at food and I don't know what to do about it. If you're in that place of overwhelm, my thought is first, go push into your chair, push into the door frame, and then either get a piece of paper out with a pen or talk to somebody. You can even talk to me here through the below in the comments and tag me, and we can chat through it a little bit. But it's really important to get some push, to get some clarity, then to get your less anxious mind on board. Okay, so that's what we need to do first. And then really we got to assess, like, if it's truly like I'm just exhausted, if you've got body pain, if you're really just beat and exhausted from all the work you're doing with your recovery, if there's all these other external circumstances that are draining you, then it's important to say, okay, my resources are not best used to cooking a big meal. I need to buddy up with somebody. I need to go out to eat. I need to do whatever to get a sense of like kind of just basically being taken care of, to be able to then finally access, maybe not yet the next day, but maybe next week, like, okay, that wasn't so bad when the choices were in front of me to make a choice. So I can make choices. I actually can see how food is put together. It's more that in my mind, with all the other things that were pulling on my energy, that's what was making me feel like I couldn't do this. I don't know how to do it. Those kind of things. So what I want you to practice with today is, let's say you're already organized. I've got a crock pot going with some stuff in it. If you can see that over there, and if you can guess what's in the crock pot, well, I'm just going to give you a virtual hug. But I do want you to tune on Friday, because I'm going to give my, I've got like a 4-week, a 1 week little, just to get started kind of rotation of making some food, having some leftovers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm going to post that on Friday when I say, hey, I'm going to go live at a certain time. And I do anticipate going live probably about, between 8 and 8:30 a.m. But I want you to be looking at that before, and so you can ask questions from me about like how you can adjust maybe some of those things that those recipes or meals that maybe just better suit your needs or your budget or your palate, how much time it takes to make some of those things, all that. But you got to tune in Friday basically to be able to go over it with me, which is what I want to do with you on Friday. So actually sit down, let's take 20 minutes and plan through the next week. I want to help you, be able to do some planning. So that's what we're going to do live and get a little taste of how to do that on Friday. So make sure you join live so I can help you. And lastly, again, I just want you to be thinking about the yield, which is, can you stop what you're doing and find some containment for your body so your brain can stop spinning? And then either come here, do some chatting about what is feeling tired. Is it the perfectionist mind? Is it like you truly don't know how to put together a meal anymore and you need to show up on Friday to do that? Or is it something else? And so I know some of you listed on Monday, like it's overwhelmed with feeding a variety of people who all have different needs. I'm going to be writing more about that tomorrow when you feel like that you don't know what you want yourself, let alone how to feed everybody else. But so we'll talk about that topic on Thursday, because it's a little more steps and more complex than that. But for today, let's just slow down and look at what's available and what's accessible with the energy that you have. Okay? Because if you feel like your energy is getting pulled, you're not gonna like use a little bit left sometimes to really get clear about what you're hungry for. You might just eat what's available, but then not be satisfied. So we want to slow down and like get really clear first, like what is draining, my energy to get myself to the simplest way possible to get some satisfying food in. That's what I want you to focus on today. Let me know in the comments below what you discover when you do this little inquiry of yourself. I'm happy to help you. I can pop in throughout the day and just, if you tag me, what you're noticing and what that might mean. Happy to do a little coaching for you. So thank you all so much for watching. Please pass this along to folks that you know might be struggling with the same kind of things. And I will see you live again on Friday. Bye for now.